It's, I mean, since we've never really had much money, we can't quite imagine it. But money is actually very heavy. So, because money is so heavy, when something like a geopolitical crisis suddenly occurs, the idea of moving this across the border to Beijing is not a simple matter. It's not that simple. That part. And it's been 12 years for me, since it was 2014. Back then, I really put my heart and soul into telling my acquaintances about Bitcoin. But there aren't that many people around me who actually own a fair amount of it. I can count them on one hand. And of course, I've wondered why that was, haven't I? When I think about why that happened, I think it might be because of this. What I mean is, these people don't have much money. By saying they don't have much money, meaning they don't have money to invest. It's not that, but rather mobility money that you'd be worried about having as a point. So if my assets were spread across the world, say 100 billion won in real estate, factories, 우리가 이 돈을 stocks and bonds, and if some country changed a certain policy or decided to levy excessive taxes, when I tried to take it out and move it, how would I move a factory? How would I get rid of it? If I sell a factory and convert it into dollars, the foreign exchange authorities of that country probably wouldn't approve it. How do you get that? I never even thought about this, nor have I heard of it. So how many people would actually do that? Maybe someone like Elon Musk would. So for us, Bitcoin was just, it's not that we didn't know about it, but it just passed us by. But even with Elon Musk, it's hard to say he actually likes Bitcoin. But he does own some. Because in Shanghai, there's an incredibly expensive it's because they built the factories. Because there is absolutely no way to sell and move all those incredibly expensive factories on this planet. But in those factories, there will be machines worth hundreds of billions. Right. You'd need to sell those kinds of machines frequently and move them to other factories around the world. But instead of dismantling and moving the machines themselves, you'd sell them to BYD, since it's the same electric vehicle tech, and use that money to move it possible. But the Chinese government has made that process extremely difficult. Anyway, selling machinery and getting that money out is in itself a huge struggle. China is much worse than us, and even for us, it's quite difficult. If you've ever invested overseas, you'll know what I mean. I'm not just talking about stocks. But if you send money to an overseas corporation, it is incredibly hard to get approval. So that's the kind of experience Elon Musk has had. So as for the value of Bitcoin,